I don't know who it was saying turn the paper, saying turn the paper like horizontal.
Yeah.
That was so funny. But also, we should have just let him blurt out his vote.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
Let the man rock.
He's like, he just say it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, we are live with the rundown, and today it is December 4th.
Nice.
It's December 4th, Wednesday, December 4th, hump day. We got Big Ev, we got Robbie Fox here, and this rundown is sponsored by DraftKings. So watching your team win is nice, but why not make that a win-win? My partners at DraftKings are all about that. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm trying to make it fit the screen.
Keep going. Be professional.
It's tiny.
Be professional.
The partners at DraftKings are all about that winning feeling. Right now, new customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code RUNDOWN. The crown is yours.
Could use that on UFC this weekend.
Oh, there's big UFC this weekend? I don't know that. Who should I pick?
Pantoja.
Pantoja, I will. You're my UFC guy, usually not the best, but
I'm not good.
follow all your favorite Barstool personalities picks in the Barstool betting group on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code RUNDOWN and bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. That's promo code RUNDOWN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. So today, the first topic of the rundown is Joe Burrow bought a $3 million Batmobile.
You're crushing it.
Nate didn't post it. I didn't know what we were talking about first. You're the red run-dung head. So Joe Burrow bought a $3 million Batmobile. He set it on the new AFC North Hard Knocks last night. And I feel like we should take this away to Bob because your tweet was featured by the Bengals, right?
I was featured on Hard Knocks.
On Hard Knocks?
Oh, it was on Hard Knocks. They posted it on Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You think Joe Burrow said that's how I found out?
That's what I'm curious about.
Because I have to imagine other people wrote blogs potentially.
Because but it also doesn't totally make sense for them to put my blog in it because the only part of my blog they put is the embedded Lights Camera Barstool tweet. So why not just put that tweet up there? You know what I mean? They must have liked the simplicity of the headline, just in big bold print it said like, you can now buy a Batmobile. I don't know,
maybe.
but I was on Hard
Maybe it's
Knocks.
good to you. Maybe even if he didn't show it, maybe it's just like, hey, this is the best headline on it.
Yeah.
So credit to you for the headline.
I was on Hard Knocks and Surviving Barstool simultaneously.
Two big shows.
Yeah.
You should claim that Joe Burrow saw yours specifically and said it. That's if I was you, that's what I would do.
He owes me like a lap around the parking lot in the Batmobile.
Yeah, he's got at least, for sure.
I also said this morning, he has to pick his Batmobile games very carefully. The games you roll up to in the Batmobile better be guaranteed wins. You can't roll up in the Tumbler and go out there and get mocked.
Yeah, but I'm sad about this because I feel like I remember reading your blog when you first started, and doesn't it say it's not street legal? You can't drive it?
It is not street legal, but you know like Joe Burrow can get a fucking police escort if he wants to.
So you're saying he's going to drive it to games?
I think he'll pull up.
He mentioned it in the clip that he wanted to eventually.
Even if he drives 100 yards from the parking lot to pull up, he's gonna do that.
I hope he does.
Well, they talk about him doing it, like for example, like Halloween week.
Totally.
Like he drives to the game, maybe comes in full Batman costume. Jamar Chase was kind of saying that, putting that out there.
I also said this is exactly, he's living the life that a 5-year-old says they're gonna live. Like a 5-year-old goes up to their mom and is like, when I grow up, I'm going to be a quarterback in the NFL and drive the Batmobile. And they're like, sure.
Well, I pictured it. It's Burrow, it's T. Higgins, and Chase. And obviously Chase he's played with in college too. They're like friends. Imagine the three of them are friends. And just like three of us like in the circle just chopping up, be like, yo, did I tell you I bought the Batmobile?
Yeah.
And that was how casual he said it. Like he's like, yo, did I tell you I bought that Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Like just like, oh yeah, I bought the Batmobile. He's like, you bought it like
Sick.
now? And he's like, no, I don't have it yet, but I bought it. Like I paid for it.
Just makes me like Joe Burrow more. He's a closet nerd. He's not that much of a closet nerd actually, because he talks about Star Wars and shit all the time.
Also loves UFC.
Loves UFC as well. Goes to a
UFC
lot of
fan he
fights.
is.
Yeah.
So he's basically you.
That's why I think he might have seen your thing. You guys have a lot of common interests.
Maybe he's a big mom.
I think Joe Burrow's a big Robbie Fox stan.
I think it's possible. I really do.
I'd love to hear that.
But good for Joe. Happy for Joe on the purchase. Next up, we have, so I didn't know this. Apparently this happened yesterday. Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Koeghan broke up. Sad day. Love Sabrina Carpenter. Everyone loves Barry Koeghan. So apparently Breckie Hill, she's an icon. Everyone knows. If you don't know Breckie Hill, you got to check her out. She's a TikTok
Everyone
influencer.
does not know Breckie Hill.
TikTok influencer icon. Apparently she is the rumored gal in between Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Koeghan. And apparently they've been she's been like posting TikToks kind of insinuating that she's the one who did it. I believe Livy Dunn is also in on this. Livy Dunn commented because Livy Dunn and Breckie are rivals, I believe.
Because they look alike.
I believe so.
Can you pull up a picture of Breckie? Can you click on that?
Then Livy Dunn commented something on TikTok basically insinuating that Breckie is the person that did this.
Doesn't look that much like her.
She looks little Livy Dunn-esque.
A little bit.
Just like,
yeah.
blonde girl.
When Breckie was coming up in the
I
game,
believe that's, when she rose to fame.
people were calling her Livy with cannons, and Breckie leaned into it, and she would repost it all the time. So Breckie's never shied away from like clout chasing, I guess. Like, she doesn't care that people call her that. She leans into it.
And
Same
Livy
thing.
is now saying like, oh, now she's getting exposed.
Right.
I believe there was a TikTok. I don't know if it's in here that Livy commented, insinuating that Breckie is the one who broke up Barry Keoghan.
So,
wasn't she dating that dude Jenksy?
Yes.
I believe so.
That was a thing, right?
Livy posted a TikTok like, when the mainstream finally sees who you or your true colors. But Breckie doesn't care. She's like, yeah, I fucked him. She doesn't care.
She says she fucked Barry Keoghan?
She's like reposting stuff, insinuating it. Yeah.
This is just many walks of life coming together. We got Breckie Hill, we got Barry Keoghan, actor, we got Sabrina Carpenter, one of the biggest pop stars in the world. We got Livy. Everyone's coming together. It's a lot of drama. I did not know they broke up. I'm not indifferent about it. Barry Keoghan freaks me out. Barry Keoghan freaks me out. I don't like Barry Keoghan.
According to the tabloids and the blinds, apparently this is like their 10th breakup, I think. So it's not.
Oh, really? But
I don't think it's. I mean, it's a big deal because they're famous, but.
I gotta be honest. I don't know who Barry Keoghan is.
Oh, big actor.
I felt really guilty. I was very.
Big actor.
I'm not
he was
familiar
in
with
Saltburn, showed his cock.
Yeah, apparently ladies
Showed
love
his
that he
cock
showed
in
his cock.
Saltburn.
His cock danced around to it. And fucks the ground.
Okay, I've seen this face before.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if I've seen a movie he's been in, to be honest.
Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, it's kind of
never watched it. I've
He's
heard
a creepy
Peaky Blinders
face to
is
me.
good.
I don't like his.
I'm
not a fan of his
Irish.
vibe.
It almost looks fake.
And you know whose vibe I love? Sabrina Carpenter's. I think she deserves.
He looks kind of
better.
Russian almost.
Because you're both horny.
I'm not horny overly. Her music's great. I love Sabrina Carpenter. I think her concerts seem great. She has a great sense of humor.
I'm
I like
not
Sabrina
horny.
Carpenter a lot.
I'm not horny overly.
You said I was
Lenny
overly
balls.
horny. Whatever.
You are. You're the host of Only Stands. Bro. The host of Only Stands. You have a porn podcast.
He looks Russian to me.
I can see that.
I feel like he's like a mashup of all these UFC
Dunkirk,
fighters.
that was a big one he was in. Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't seen the stuff he's been in. I gotta watch. I've heard Peaky Blinders is great. I should check it out.
But that's a interesting development with Breckie. I did not expect that, so that was quite shocking. Okay, this episode of The Rundown is also presented by our friends over at Pardon My Cheesesteak. Football is back in full gear, and ordering Pardon My Cheesesteak for your game day or even late night eats is the best play call you can make. Pardon My Cheesesteak brings you awesome cheesesteaks and loaded fries delivered right to your doorstep, and we'll be offering free
Don't forget
delivery
the loaded fries.
throughout the entire football season. I would never forget the loaded fries.
Don't forget the loaded fries.
Take your pick of our delicious cheesesteaks made with fresh, thinly sliced steak, melted provolone, mouth-watering cheese sauce, and caramelized onions on a toasted hoagie roll. We got classic cheesesteaks. We got Chipotle cheesesteaks. We got chicken cheesesteaks.
Don't forget the chicken cheesesteaks.
I would never forget the chicken cheesesteaks. They're a little bit more healthy, you know? Buffalo chicken cheesesteaks and many, many more. You can order the popular Big Cat Combo and get your cheesesteak of choice, fries
and a drink.
Pick up Pardon My Cheesesteak near you and order yours now at pardonmycheesesteak.com. Use code AWL for free delivery. Once again, use code AWL for free delivery. There we go, Bob. What kind of cheesesteak would you order?
The provolone.
Oh, it's just a topping on all of them, but yes. And next up, we have the Juan Soto Sweepstakes. They're apparently nearing an end. We're thinking this week it's going to be over. I don't know why it's news that it's 600 million. I feel like we've been saying this whole time it's going to be 600 million.
Of course, yeah.
Final teams are prepping their offers. Apparently, I saw a few memes being like saying it's like the Bachelorette. He's giving out roses to people on who's going to get him. I think it's Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, Blue Jays are kind of in there. I'm assuming the Dodgers are just in there to be in there. So that's pretty much. Hopefully, it comes to an end soon because I can't see his name anymore. It's just all over Twitter.
I know. I'm ready for it to come to an end.
I mean, it's going to be the Yankees or the Mets.
As Yankee
Like,
guys,
I just think there's only.
you guys think Yankees?
I do
Mets?
think Yankees.
All the stuff that
My confidence has gone down since the playoffs ended.
Yeah, mine too a little, but I think all the stuff that Jack Curry said, he was like a pretty like in tune like Yankees guy. I think it's apparently he really does like playing for the Yankees. I think as long as the Yankees are like close to the Mets, like I think he'll stay with the Yankees.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a certain number in his head like the Yankees got to get to at least here for me to go there.
As a Mets guy, do you think he's coming to the Mets?
I mean, I feel like it's almost dumb to like kind of try to predict where he's going to go. No one really knows his brain. Like I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he wants. At the end of the day, like I know I don't know how people change. Not that they change, but like if you're thinking like a guy like Juan Soto who's going to make 600 million here, 650 million somewhere else, wouldn't you want to just go to the Yankees if you like the Yankees already? Like
Yeah.
600 million is such an like you can't spend $600 million.
No.
So at the end of the day, what's extra 50 million really matter? but obviously it does to people. Everyone says that.
He should stay with his friends.
He should stay with the people he likes. He should go to the Yankees, but I don't know. Maybe he wants to pop over to Queens.
Surviving Barstool.
Episode 1 last
The
night.
debut. The premiere.
Yeah.
My premiere.
Your premiere, Bob.
My first ever time on a
Were you
Barstool
worried
reality
on
show.
your first tribal council?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because everyone was like saying target on the back. I'm worried even like talking about it now that it's aired, but every tribal council you have to be worried. It's the game, the whole game is backstabbing and manipulating and lying. And it's a stressful environment, very stressful.
Like, was your heart beating in the tribal?
Yes, heart beating, palms are sweaty, everything Eminem talks about in that song, I was going through pretty much.
Did you have a take on
You
the?
had mom spaghetti before?
No mom spaghetti. Mom
Shiitake
spaghetti
some,
would have been
maybe?
nice.
Oh, before we get into the whole talk about the conversation about the show, let me talk about our friends at Pink Whitney. And this fall, Pink Whitney, the go-to shot for a new generation of drinkers, is launching its first ever party bucket complete with 20 50 ml Pink Whitney bottles in fun, convenient bucket packaging. The Pink Whitney 20-pack shot bucket combines the excitement of shots with the convenience of a multi-pack format, making it the perfect accessory for fall tailgates and game days. Pink Whitney will also be selecting one grand prize winner and sending them and a few of their friends on a trip to Nashville, Tennessee for a big weekend of Pink Whitney-filled fun. I can guarantee that will be an absolutely amazing time. Nashville is the best city in the world. If whoever is the winner, hit me up. I'll give you some suggestions on what to do. Pink Whitney also will be selecting 11 contest winners that will receive limited edition Pink Whitney Western merch. All they have to do is follow the prompts online. Sweepstakes and contest ends December 15th. Go to pinkwhitney.com/Nashville to learn more.
Love Pink Whitney.
Love Pink Whitney, love
Pink
Nashville.
Whitney.
Last line.
Take your shot with Pink Whitney, people. With that beautiful Western Pink Whitney merch. Be perfect for Nashville. But yeah, Surviving Barstool episode 1. I think my highlight of the episode was Tommy taking a few ricochet shots when they couldn't find the lock.
Tommy took a few ricochets.
I enjoyed that.
They posted one today that I was like, you didn't have to post that on Instagram. My mom's going to see it, where I was like, I didn't know Tommy was allowed to fuck me in the asshole.
Whoa.
It was like, yeah, I know.
Was your mom not watching every episode
It was heat of the moment. Oh yeah, my whole family was
course.
texting me and in the midst of it. And there was like one scene in it where Big Cat and Will are talking about like, oh, maybe we could bring Robbie Fox in on this. And my sister's texting me like, if they try to get you, I'm going to kill them. It was like a fun family affair, watching. It's just cool to see because the way it's edited together, the way it's put together production-wise, it looks like it could be on Netflix or it could be on like any TV channel reality show.
But yeah, first out was Caleb Presley. I don't really think he knew how to play.
Yeah.
And Smitty.
The quote from Big Cat of Caleb just keeps winking at me. It was great.
I'll be
I
honest.
think he just thought that if he just tell everyone like we have an alliance, right? But like he just if I just have an alliance with everyone, I'll just win.
No, like,
Yeah.
no. He actually thought that.
He's like
I know, he did.
like literally he just was like if I'm just good with everyone, no one will vote me off. I'll just
Like
be there
he
till the end.
would say to someone like, "Hey, alliance, right?" And they'd be like, "Sure," and he'd be like,
It's
"All
like
right,
Dunzo. All right, deal.
Yeah, I'm
like
pretty-
all right, I'm good. All right, I don't got to worry about him.
I'm
like
pretty positive he actually thought that.
Yeah,
And it's also Smith. Tough go around for Smith.
tough go around." That
that one-
that was a blind side. Obviously, in the first episode, we had a blind side. Yeah.
But yeah, tonight, episode 2.
Episode 2 tonight. Episode
8 p.m.
3 Thursday, and the whole schedule's on all the Barstool pages. It's like 15 episodes.
Yep.
And also uncensored episodes are on our friends at Rumble.
Correct.
Check those out.
That's what I've been watching on Rumble.
Yes.
Yeah.
And anything else before the rundown?
Some heinous allegations against Tommy as well. Just really, he did respond to them that Jerry he gets no pussy.
Yeah, he did. I believe Tommy did tweet.
He did respond and say he does indeed get
Yeah.
pussy.
He said, "I get tons of pussy." I
So
believe,
much
all
pussy,
caps.
You guys are big gossipers. Any statement on both Nikki Smokes and Ohio's Tate commenting that Ben Mintz shouldn't be on the show?
Dumping on Mintz right now is
Yeah, it's clicks.
if there's a week to do it, it's probably this week.
Mintzy not knowing how to vote.
That in our
I don't know who it was
we
saying
shouldn't have
turn the
corrected
paper, saying turn
was
the paper like
Mackenzie.
horizontal.
Yeah.
that was
so
funny, but also we should have just let him blurt out his vote.
Yeah.
That would have been
Let the
fun.
man rock.
He's like, if he just say it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of also last night, Francis was great. He was so funny.
Francis
was
was
very
That
really
line
good.
about women's
Really
suffrage
good.
was hilarious. That was some good high quality comedy. He's too smart for us.
Francis, I feel like, was the star of the premiere, I would say.
Yeah.
And Gilly too.
Gilly was
Gilly
very
very
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Gilly very funny.
But yeah, great episode, funny episode, good eliminations. Tune in tonight, episode 2, 8 p.m. Rumble, all that jazz.
Yep.
And anything else before we lock this down?
I don't think so.
Beautiful Wednesday. All right, that's the end of the show.